Good morning, water signs, and welcome back to Will's Cartomancy Tarot. If you're new to my channel, I certainly appreciate both your viewership as well as your subscriptions. And to you loyals out there, welcome back. Okay, so what I like to do this month, okay, is a more of a special topics type reading. Okay, as you guys have been seeing me doing here. Okay, and in this reading, I like to try to assist you in changing the trajectory of your life here, okay? I'm going to be using this deck today and I'm going to be shuffling it up and just basically seeing what comes out here. So, this is basically a general reading, okay? And rest assured, water sign, that this reading will not resonate for each and every one of you out there. But for those for whom this reading is meant, I certainly hope that it does offer you the information that you're seeking here, okay? So, what I like to do is in this reading, I like to discuss your present situation, okay? And then we're going to move right along and discuss influences of others, both negative as well as positive, okay? And then we're going to discuss what you can really learn from what appears or what will be happening to you, particularly this month in question here, okay? And then we're going to look at some internal conflicts and self doubts that many of you might be harboring. And we're going to move on to just address your overall issues and what has perhaps caused the situation to become stagnant here. Okay? And last, I'm going to discuss with you the likely outcome should you continue on the way that you've presently been kind of moving along in your journey. Okay? I'm also getting a strong indication for you guys that you've been going through a various tumultuous period, particularly when it comes to your romantic situation. And I feel that many of you feel it seems as if that you're kind of stuck, I'm getting, in an abyss of it, just despair, you know. And this situation is a situation from which you really need to emerge. And you can't do that, water sign, until you really kind of let go of various defenses that you're holding on to or clinging to. Okay? So let's go on and just shuffle up a few cards here and just see what it is that we have here. What spirits may want to share with you regarding, the situation that comes out here. And again, it could be your romantic situation or it could, in fact, be your financial situation. But let's just see whatever that comes out. So, Spirit, what message would you like me to share with water signs here today? Again, this reading is valid until the end of this month here. Let's see what we have. Let's start by just looking at the cards that fell to the bottom of the deck here. Okay, I'm selecting three here. So we have reconciliation. Okay, we have career. All right, and we have lighten your load here. So, I mean, it should be no question with what this is really kind of indicating to you that, is that what this seems to be suggesting to me is that it looks like an ex really wants to reconnect, and an ex really wants you back, water signs, okay? So you can certainly expect a text, a call, or some type of telephonic type communication, or you might be getting something on communicating through social media. Okay. I also feel too that with that, particularly with this reconciliation card, it usually uh, suggests that a relative or a deceased relative or a spirit, in fact, um, has a message for you. And I'm going to go on and just give you that mediumship type reading as well as the letters of the spirit who seem to surround you at the end of this reading, okay? But I'm also seeing that it looks like it's some form of gathering, a family reunion of some sort that you guys might be attending fairly soon here. And then you have career, all right? So with career there, that's kind of indicating to me that I kind of see that many of you, you're going to be getting a new job or you're going to be pursuing new career aspirations here. I'm feeling that for many of you, this is going to occur after having lost one job, or some of you may have um, gotten fired, or you may have decided that you just want to move in a new direction career wise. I'm getting here. So that career card is asking you to follow your convictions here and follow your passions. Okay, trust your intuition and embrace change. And then, of course, we all know what lighten your load here means. Okay, it means that many of you have a tendency, or you are, in fact, taking life a bit too seriously. And this card is asking you, water signs, to stop worrying. Because if you continue to stay on that particular pattern, you're going to get sick, I'm getting. So, this card is telling you to do something pleasurable, and it seems that there are exciting things that might be cropping up for you guys here. Okay, embrace change. That's what those bottom cards seems to be indicating for you guys here. All right. So let's move right along and look at what card falls in your present situation. You have compassion. All right. So with compassion, it seems that this card is suggesting here that it's suggesting that some of you are finding it quite arduous to open up to others. So it's certainly safe here, I'm getting with this card. It's telling you that it's really safe to love. It also says, too, again, that a lover or even a friend, just to further, echo the messages from the bottom that I've already indicated to you, really wants your support. So this card is kind of urging you to have a bit more compassion, okay? Loosen up, all right? It's time to kind of really break down, I'm getting here, your defenses, as well as to show a bit more compassion to others and to other situations. Listen to understand, not to respond, all right? Let your guard down that I'm getting with this card here, all right? So let's look at some influences of others. That's, either they could be positive energies or they could be negative, or something that you might want to consider as well. We have forgiveness, all right? So with forgiveness, this card is telling you also that it wants you to, really stop having this victim type mentality here. Forgive and let go, which seems to be crucial to most of you out there. It's time to restore harmony, I'm getting. Let go of the pain that many of you seem to have been harboring. Surrender resentment, ladies and gentlemen. Keep an optimistic outlook, because, like attracts like. If you're constantly thinking about negative things, and of course, negative things are going to come your way. It's the law of attraction here. So, what in fact can you learn from this situation that's happening to you, or what you might want to inject into your life so that you can restore the harmony that many of you are seeking, or you can just, change the various, energies, negative energies that are plaguing you. We have peace. So with peace, this is certainly telling you that harmony will in fact be restored here. Again, I see many of you reconciling with someone, and I see that you're definitely going to learn that when you trust your intuition and be still, Spirit will always guide you in the right direction, and it will always answer you. Okay? Let's look at some internal conflicts or self doubts that many of you might be having. It seems to be connected more with the home that I'm getting. Okay? Many of you might have doubts about your security, even perhaps where you live. However, despite these things, ladies and gentlemen, you are trying to make some type of an attempt to make yourself feel comfortable. So the key here is to really, again, stop taking life so seriously. Surrender worry, ladies and gentlemen. The time has come for you to do so. Now let's look at the overall issues. What may have caused the situation that you're in to become stagnant, perhaps. we have answers. So this is a clear sign here that many of you already know what may have caused this situation to become this way. I feel that in fact a secret might have been discovered or may have come out to kind of put you in a situation. It could be either you or someone with whom you are or were dealing. Okay? Now let's look at the likely outcome here. Should you continue on as you are, we have transformation, and this is a very, very positive type card. It's almost, some of you may see the death card in the tarot as being negative, but it's not. You're just shedding your skin as the snake does, right? And it's all about renewal. It's all about you're just going through this metamorphic stage as a butterfly, right? So it shows that a wish of yours certainly is going to materialize. It also shows that you're going to go through a radical change, and as well as a spiritual awakening. All right. So, as I indicated to you with that first card here, that with reconciliation here, it certainly shows that a spirit surrounds you, and the spirit has a message for you. So, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to try to just change over hats here to use more of my mediumship type abilities here to kind of give you a message from spirit. And after doing that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to share with you the letters of the spirit that I'm feeling that's, surrounding you, because I feel that some of you may have lost a loved one, or you're just thinking, a lot about someone who has passed. And some of you are desperately dying for a message here. So, Spirit, I'm going to ask you to kind of stand before me, okay, and give me the messages that you would like me to share here with water signs here, okay? So, Spirit, what message would you like me to share with water signs, okay? One of the strongest messages that I'm getting here is that many of you seem to be feeling guilty about someone's death here. And the strong message I'm getting here is that you have nothing to feel guilty about. You know, it was just their time. But I'm getting that they wish they had told you more often, how much they love you, because a lot of times we tend to love people, but we forget to tell them that we love them really. It's always good to hear it, you know. We sometimes feel that it should be known that, the person loves us, but it's time to really start expressing it a bit more. And I feel that this person, they loved you, that but they perhaps didn't convey it as much, as they had wanted to, that I'm getting. All right. And they're also saying that they are learning a lot of amazing things over here that they couldn't possibly have learned here on Earth. They have a very different perspective here. And they want you to know that you and they are, in fact, soulmates. And they're saying that if only they have really known what they have known now, they would have really lived life differently. Okay, and I feel that that's really for all of us here when we get to the other side and see things from a higher perspective here. Okay, I'm feeling too that this person was just in so much pain. I'm seeing them jumping for joy and saying that I am no longer in pain. The landscape over here is so wonderful. It's so beautiful over here, ladies and gentlemen. And they want you to know that you and they are so connected. And rest assured that you two will be together again. They're also saying, too, that it's just amazing that they can be in several places at one time here. And last but not least, I'm just going to end this connection. They want you to know that if you're feeling something that seems to be going across your face at nighttime when you're sleeping, or something across your lips, like a feeling, a soft type vibration or whatever, they want to let you know that they kiss you every night. Okay? So now let's go on and just see who this spirit might be. Okay? So out of this bag of 200 letters, I'm going to go on and select 20 of these letters to help you, ladies and gentlemen, identify who the spirit or, you know, deceased relative or friend might be, who might be assisting you here. And hopefully that would kind of give you a positive message, all right? So, Spirit, guide my hands to the correct 20 letters to help water signs identify who this spirit might be. Okay, let's see what we have here. All right. We have an X, a G, an N, an E, a V, an I, D, A, L, T, C, Y, E, another E. Okay. We have an H. Okay, we need 5 more letters. Okay, Spirit, give me 5 more letters. Okay. We have an A, another A, an S, a U, and we have a B. All right, I'm going to repeat these back just to make sure that each and every one of you has each and every one of these letters. Okay, so we have, there are 3 A's, 1 I, there's 1 L, a T. Okay, there is, well, there are 3 E's, a D, N, U, S, B, H, C, Y, V, G, as well as an X there. Okay? So let's look at a few things, ladies and gentlemen, that you might also want to consider surrendering, okay, as you move forward here this month here. Or some additional things, apart from what I've already told you in your reading here, that you might want to surrender or let go here. Additionally, we certainly know here that you definitely need to surrender the past. Okay, I'm going to shuffle up these cards to get those messages here. And you need to open your heart a bit because many of you have been hurt. A lot of you have been hurt, but holding on to resentment doesn't get you to where you would want to be in life, ladies and gentlemen. Consider that. So, Spirit, what additional things might water sign consider letting go of surrender, particularly during this time period in question here? What additional things they might want to consider surrendering or letting go? Okay. It's time that, again, that you slow down and surrender to complete healing. That's very important. Again, it's time that you open fully to the loving, just as I've said with those other cards, compassionate forces of the universe that really support your physical, your emotional, ladies and gentlemen, as well as your spiritual healing. Some of you might even want to surrender to non-action. Now it's time for you to take a meditative type state. It's time that you be still and really not act. Just simply breathe and really focus on your own power and let others come to you. Don't rush the situation or force it. It's time, ladies and gentlemen, that you surrender your ego. It's time that you cultivate gratitude. Be of service to others and allow that to come from your heart. Because a big ego can certainly work against you, but humility, ladies and gentlemen, certainly further your goals in unexpected, unimaginable ways. Okay? Surrender effortlessness. Stop pushing yourself so hard. Understand that the art of living means really going with the flow and really instead of trying to force the river. And last but not least with these cards, it's time that you surrender to wonder and awe. As we see here in your reading, it certainly says that A dream is a wish. It certainly is going to come true for you guys. So it's time to open to the magic of every moment and really sense the awe and wonder in all of life, because this attitude will in fact keep you connected to the ecstasy of flow. So, in conclusion, here, I'd just like to leave you with a message here, and I'm going to be getting this message here, communicating that message to you from one of my postcards, an additional message meant from you that Spirit wants to share with you. Okay? So, Spirit, what a final message would you like me to share with water signs here for this month in question? What final message here? Okay? Let's see which card we have. All right, we have this postcard, so I'm going to read it as it is written. Dearest you, we know everything in the universe is perfect, even in its flaws, and we view the creations of spirit in total awe. All is unique, yet part of a unity of existence. But the human experience is a little different from ours. You tend to have specific standards from what you consider ideal, and that isn't serving you right now. So forget your ideal of perfection and see through our eyes, allowing things to be as they are without judgment. Don't wait until a perfect moment or mood to start something. Instead, enter life with all of its flaws. You are exactly where you are supposed to be. Let others be who they are too, imperfect, inhuman, complex, or simple. It doesn't matter, for there is always something to discover, experience, as well as to love. When you drop the need for an ideal, you uncover the real treasure, which will be far more interesting and valuable, loving you like crazy. Okay? So, water signs, this is what I have for you. I certainly hope that this reading has offered you the advice that many of you need. Be sure to like and share, subscribe if you've yet to subscribe, and be sure to send me over your comments. I do enjoy reading them and, of course, responding. All right. So, if you also like a more personal reading, you can contact me at will.brown@watconsultinginc.net. Enjoy your day. Thanks a lot.